Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Wong.
And my name is Sonia Wu.
We are in Mr. Unger's 11th grade U.S. history class.
We are here to review a veteran interview of Daniel Inouye.
So here it goes. Daniel Inouye was a Japanese American who was born in 1924 in Hawaii as a second-generation Japanese American.
Before the war at age 17, Inouye was in his last year of high school and also a pre-med student.
Inouye's mother was a committed Christian, so they went to church every Sunday.
On December 7, 1941, Inouye was getting ready to go to church when the radio announced that Pearl Harbor was attacked.
He served as a medical volunteer at the time.
The following month, the governor of the U.S. announced the 4C, which labeled Japanese as enemy aliens.
Daniel Inouye was a devoted citizen of the U.S.
He was not happy when his own beloved country labeled him as an alien.
He and a group of men petitioned to ask the president to let them serve, and they got the okay a few months later to form combat units, where 80% of eligible Japanese Americans joined.
This is how he started his journey. Inouye participated in the war from 1941 to 1947.
Without much training, he became a sniper because he was the #1 shooter in his unit.
He was in the 442nd Combat Team, which consisted of Nisei, who were second-generation Japanese Americans.
The team was awarded for its size and length of service.
21 members of the team was awarded the Medal of Honor, including Inouye.
Inouye was appointed lieutenant because of the unit he led had the least casualties.
When Inouye was leading an assault called Col Muscatello in Italy, he was shot in the stomach, had his right elbow shot off, and was also shot in the leg.
Arriving at the doctors, they told Inouye that he had a high possibility of dying, but Inouye said he was not ready to go, so the doctors performed multiple surgeries, and the first one was without anesthesia.
Inouye did not serve his country to expect to be a hero or have his own parade.
Daniel was a hero because he was someone who responded to extraordinary circumstances, despite being inexperienced in combat.
He started off as an assistant court leader, then became a platoon sergeant within his first year in the Army. He was promoted to second lieutenant when his sergeant told him to clear a path for the team to walk through, but he found a lot of dead bodies and made an alternative path for everyone to walk so that the team wouldn't falter at the sight of all the dead bodies.
This gained the sergeant's respect and he was promoted. He later became the first lieutenant and eventually left the military with the rank of captain.
During the assault in Italy, where he lost his right arm and was shot multiple times, he showed that he worried about his team and the war before his own safety.
Inouye is also a man of respect.
Germans offered him a reward by asking him to choose a German woman of his choice, but he rejected the offer and instead responding by saying, "I have a mother and a sister back at home, and I would do anything to protect them. You Germans should also protect your women."
Overall, without much experience in war, one can only adapt to the extraordinary circumstances to achieve such high positions.
As the youngest captain there, Inouye had to learn leadership skills and how to evaluate people and also when to give breaks.
Inouye learned to make every team member feel part of the team. For example, when he was ordered to go on patrol, he picked all the weak people because it would give them a sense of involvement and a boost of confidence since the weak are usually excluded.
During the war, he wanted to go home, and he learned that in order to accomplish that, he had to evaluate people's emotions so that then no conflicts would arise and the only focus was to survive.
Also, Inouye knew that the Americans were testing him because he was Japanese, which gave him more motivation to be successful in the war.
As a captain, Inouye learned that after fighting, he would give his team a break, and then 2 days before combat, he would order his men to practice so that they are prepared.
Everyone was involved in the war.
Men had to go to war, women worked at factories, and children collected pennies off the street.
During the times of war, the U.S. did not focus on an individual's race, but one proved themselves in combat to gain respect.
Inouye was amazed at how Americans connected all over the world during the times of war. The U.S. soldiers did not kill the elderly or children.
He also feels that America is different from other nations because America apologizes and admits to mistakes, such as wronging the Japanese. It is hard for soldiers to leave their families and have the mindset of never seeing them again.
This psychologically messes with their minds, but although some people may be strongly affected by the rages of war, individuals like Daniel Inouye can come out of the army strong, with a happy personality and accomplish even more goals because of his war experiences.
Okay, thanks for listening.
Bye!